Do you know you can be allergic to your partner's semen? This is Sex Talk. I am Ijoma, the big cat, Richard.
And I am Stella MaRrIAge, the heartbeat.
Today we're going to be talking about sex before marriage, yes or no.
No.
Before we delve into this one, let's get people's reactions and we will be right back.
Have sex or don't want to have sex, at the end of the day you fall victim looking for a child up and down.
I don't think is ideal, and I don't think it's a good one. I know most of the youth might not like to hear this, but the truth of the fact is that I don't think it's good. And the reason is because if you guys are having sex and you mistakenly have the lady mistakenly got pregnant, I don't know what is going to happen after that, because when you at the age of 18, 19 having sex with each other, you mistakenly get pregnant, who is going to take care of that? Then if you notice it, it's going to stop your education. It's going to stop you from achieving a whole lot of things. It takes God's grace for you to be able to achieve some other things that you want to achieve in life.
Their own reasons, but for me, I can't say it's spiritual, but it's a belief I have. Moving from one man to the other. You see, such at the end of the day, when you get married and you settle down, I don't know how to put it, but some men will begin to think, I don't know how many women my wife has been with. But for me, it's a no. The reason is I don't really know how to put them. I don't know what to say, but for me, it's a no.
Like, I don't really welcome it. Because one, spiritually is not advisable, even biblically. Is not advisable. Then, two, you know, sometimes the thing really affects ladies more than men when you have sex before marriage. Because once there is heartbreak, the first thing you'll be thinking about is, and this guy have, I don't want to say it.
It's a sin. It demoralizes human being. So it is not advisable for any youth to have a sex before marriage.
It's not proper. But let me say, you can see a girlfriend and a boyfriend. They can have sex and they can get married at the same time. But there are some that have sex and they won't get married. At the end, they will be separated.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about every good thing and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Hey, let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Hey, let's talk about sex.
I'm enjoying it. Welcome back.
So today, sex before marriage, yes or no for you, Stella?
Sex before marriage. I don't know why you always do this to me, like asking me all these direct questions.
You are the smart one. So
no, you are the smart
you're
one
the smart
here.
one, so give us the
It
answers.
depends on an individual, but for me, we're all adults.
You don't want, is a no for you?
It's a no for me.
Well,
Because of some reasons. One, why do you want to expose yourself to at that tender age? Because once
how do you know the age is tender?
from 18, they say they are adults. They can do whatever they like.
No, but marriage also happens for people that
You've forgotten.
someone is getting married for the first time at 60. You know about that.
I have a girl that is getting married at the age of 20.
Yes, so is it the age?
So if you are getting married at the age of 20 and you know you'll get married at the age of 20, why not wait?
Okay.
Why not wait? Why do you want to expose yourself to all these diseases, unwanted pregnancy,
Heartbreak,
so many factors.
betrayal.
Exactly. So for me, it's a no. Just hold on. Not because I'm a Christian, not because I'm trying to preach, but I just feel you can hold on a little. Especially if and it's another distraction. You know why I say it's a distraction? You won't be focused because you are thinking of so many things along the line. You have a partner that is always wanting, because once you start having sex, she or he will always want to have sex with you. So it's a distraction on its own. You will not be focused on what you're doing. And as a Christian, just hold on, bear it. And what you don't know will not kill you.
Okay. Well, it's a no for me.
It's a no for you.
No. No.
You surprised me here, IJ.
No, but it's a lot of reasons.
Wow.
No, it's a no. And you've given your reasons. I have my reasons.
No. I'm happy you said it's a no for you.
No,
Wow.
it's a no for me.
Really?
Wait. Maybe we're mixing this up.
No for you that they should have sex or they shouldn't have sex.
Wait, I think wait. Don't be excited.
Oh my God!
What did you said it? What is it for
It's
you?
a no for me.
Okay, that means it's a yes for me.
Aha! Because you just took me on.
Why were you so excited?
I was excited because at this point you are going to be on my side because you've always.
Now you're on your own.
I was thinking we're going to be on my side this time around. Oh my God, you just disappointed me again.
See, admittedly, there are upsides to waiting until you get married.
Yeah.
And because, I'm a really focused person. I'm focused on my goals, and you know that. So I understand if a person's reason is I do not want to be distracted. In everything, sometimes you do not want to be distracted because
yes.
there's something you're pursuing.
Yeah.
But I also think that having seen marriage up close with around me, family, friends, people, everyone, I do not think that sex before marriage, sex after marriage is something that I would actively advocate for. The reason being that, for instance, I'll give you one reason. It's one of the facts the fun fact I give for the day. When I was at uni, I had a friend. Well, she was closer to my own friend than she was to me, but we kind of, moved together. And she was seeing this man that wanted to marry her. But she couldn't marry him. Why? Every time they had sex, she had a breakout of pimples all over her face. And it's not small ones. It's just like stones. And it takes weeks to heal.
Wow.
So initially she wasn't sure what it was. Then because he didn't live in town, he would go, and every time. So by the time it happened the third time, she was like, and this man was very interested in getting married to this lady. And so she said, I remember, well, let me not say what her name is. So I remember her saying that, as nice as the man was. So you can imagine getting into a marriage with somebody whom your body reacts that way.
Wow.
That's one. Another thing is that whether we like to admit it or not, our sexual energies are different. Our sexual needs are different. There are people who can have sex once a week and they're perfect. There are people who need to have sex twice a day, or at least once a day, or at least even if you don't have it every day, when you have it a lot. Now, if you go and marry a person that wants sex once a week and you want it twice a day, or at least once a day, there is no way that's not a recipe for disaster. One of the things I do in my life is that I have a lot of sexual energy, but because I am focused, what I have done is that I train myself to focus my energy into work. And you bear me witness that a lot of my energy is on work, because it is intentional that I know that you can redirect energy. But if you are living with a partner who wants sex once a week or once a month, and you want sex maybe once a day, at some point there's gonna be friction.
But even at that, they are not living together. We're talking about sex before marriage.
I'm saying that if you wait until
You
you
won't
get
know
married,
that until you get married.
no, you will know if
How?
you have sex with them. If you have sex with the persons, if you have sex with a person, you're going to have certain information about their sexual expectations and needs. If you have sex with a person, and then one of the major issues today that I don't know if it was always there, is that a lot of people, because they haven't explored their sexuality, many people are gay. That is, they are attracted to a woman is attracted to a woman, and a man is attracted to a man. And some people honestly do not know this until they get married. So I would not want to be that woman that marries a man who comes into our home and realizes that he's attracted to the cook.
Other side.
Yes. Or the
Yeah.
driver. Recently, I read here in Nigeria, not anywhere,
Wow.
a man who was having sexual relations with his driver,
Oh my God.
married man. Now,
Wow.
how do you even begin to deal with it? You can't deal with a thing like that. The man is attracted to men. So you can't beat him, you can't sue him, you can only be broken.
Broken, yeah.
And
Heartbreak.
There's heartbreak and there's brokenness. So that level of brokenness, I know people get broken because of things that happen owing to sex before marriage, but I know that because of, you see, marriage, I always tell people, some people will say divorce. The person who wants the divorce, who requested it or who sought it, often has the same level of destabilization as the person who didn't seek it.
Sure.
So marriage is not something, for me, I would rather know that I'm having, and then some people are impotent. And they know, and they will not admit it to you. And all of them come under these guise of from waiting to get married before I have sex. So it's too much. It's too much. That's not saying that there are very normal people who want to wait until, but for me, it's not. It's not a gamble I will take.
That brings me to a discussion I had with a friend years back when she was about getting married. She was a Christian and the mother was a Catholic, and the mother said, no, I don't understand this, your Christianity. How can you say you want to get married, you've not slept? That's her mother saying this. How can you say you want to get married, you've not slept with the guy? How do you know he's not important? How do you know this? How do you know that? And the girl said, Mom, that's my decision. And the mom said, okay, I respect your decision, but can you just go on Okada, what they call Okada bike, with a guy? Just take it, be at his... be in the middle, let it be at your back,
like
and feel the thing, and know whether
if get on the bike and hold it.
and have any sensation or anything, then you can know. And the guy was like, Mom, are you serious? I'm just giving you a tip, try it, there's no harm in trying. And she actually did that, and she said, yeah, that guy had erection. The mom said, well, go ahead. So there are some people that think that way too. So for the mom to have thought about, okay, go on a bike, I don't know what gave her that idea.
No, but because
with the guy, and know if his thing will stand and all that.
The after effect, the consequences of finding these things out after marriage. I honestly don't know how people recover from such great pain, and I would really rather that if you guys are sure that this is what you want to do, that you explore that and have it as a conversation. But unfortunately, most people who say they're abstaining they're waiting for marriage to have sex, a high percentage of them are inhibited by religion, which also means they can't talk about it.
Yeah, because religion will say, oh, abstain, your body is a temple of Holy
But does
Ghost.
your body being a temple mean you can't discuss this thing if you're marrying?
No, you can discuss, but they didn't say you should have that sex.
Not sex, but I'm saying, does this inhibition is there already? There's no way I can, let's assume that me and you are brother sister church thing, and I say, Brother James, does your penis work? Are you going to answer me?
No.
Fine, so that's
How
the
can
thing.
you ask that kind of
Why
question?
can I not ask you? Because the penis needs to work in the marriage.
IJ, you're funny. How can you ask a man, does your pen, of what answer do you think he'll give to you?
Oh, he'll lie, but let it be
Good. Thank God you know that.
No, let me get the lie. Let me know that I asked and he lied. Because this, see, is there marriage without sex, really? Hardly. There's no marriage without sex. So it's also like saying you shouldn't marry someone who does not have a job and who's not willing to get one. There are things that should be functional before you can think a marriage would work. So for me, that aspect of it. And another thing is, as much as sex before marriage, I think I believe it's a good thing for those who want to do it. I also think that one of the things we hope will happen if we get married is that we do not divorce, that we stay married. Abstaining from sex before you get married is not a guarantee that you will not
But what
get
are
divorced.
the reasons for having sex before marriage? Chemistry, to know if his thing is working.
No.
Are there good reasons?
There are good reasons.
For me, they are not. You
There are
can
good
always find out. If at the end of the day your fear comes to play, take a walk.
Really? No. I will not.
Or find a solution.
No.
Pray. There are some things you can pray.
You cannot pray a flaccid penis into life.
No, you can.
You cannot.
There must be some factors that led to it. It could be just a little something that ignorance. It could be ignorance. It could be infection that was not well treated. It could be so many factors that people ignore.
Yes, Stella.
And you see, the lady in your life
Yes,
will bring
Stella.
out that in her life and
Yes,
all that.
Stella. May I not be subjected to praying for an impotent penis. Amen. No, not my portion. In this case, I'm religious. Not my portion. I shall not.
I'm not saying.
I shall not be say amen for me. I shall not be subjected to praying for an impotent penis to get up.
Amen.
Shall not be my portion. The penis
But
shall
I'm
be
just
working.
saying. I'm
What?
just saying. If it gets to that point, before you find out what happened. You go through the medical history.
No.
Find
It is
out.
not fair. It is brutal.
Yeah.
For you to know that your penis is not working and marry somebody. Okay, let me give you an example.
Supposing he didn't know.
What do you mean? Okay, let's say it's the woman who now has the problem. Let's assume a woman has a vagina that is sealed up, and she goes and marries.
Is there anything like that?
Yes, and she goes and marries a man, knowing that her vagina is sealed up, and all of us are saying we won't have sex before marriage, and when we get into the marriage, you tell the man to start praying for the vagina to open. That is brutal wickedness. No, you cannot do that. If the penis is not working, you owe it to the person you are claiming to love to tell them, see, my penis.
But if the person tells you, will you still go ahead with the marriage? You will not.
How would you know? Let it be me who decides whether I want to marry a penis that doesn't work. Let it not be you who makes that decision for me. How can you make me marry a penis that does not work?
I'm not saying, but I think there's solution to everything.
No.
And
There are solutions that you seek before you marry somebody.
Sure.
After all, the churches will tell you, enough churches today will tell you that you need to go check the blood.
That's why they do all those medical checkups.
You go and check it so that you be sure that you don't give birth.
matches.
Because you go and give birth to sickle cell children. What kind of daftness? So the same thing. If you are impotent or if you're a woman and your vagina is sealed up, you owe it to your partner.
But what I'm trying to say here, the reason for having sex before marriage is not strong enough for me. It's not strong enough. All this one you're saying.
I don't know
The
why.
only thing I'm holding on is the impotency and all that. But every other reason you gave me, I don't think it's strong
I'm
enough.
not giving you any reason why you can have sex. I'm just telling you.
No, from
that
what we are discussing.
only one reason I've given you. But if you are not, when it comes to, you can have religious reasons, you can have personal reasons. But I believe that we were all created and that everything that is created is holy. And I am holy, and my desires that came from heaven, I didn't create these desires. As long as I do not break the law in getting my desires met, I am good. So if you say to me that because we want to abstain and you now carry a penis that does not work, you know, it's a different Everybody.
Oh my God.
Yes, everybody can choose to love a person regardless.
Regardless.
So if you tell me and I love you regardless,
But you
then
won't go ahead with the marriage.
how would you know?
No, you won't.
No, you can't say
Because
that.
you already have that notion, you have it at the back of your mind that, oh, this thing. And marriage is to be enjoyed, not endure.
But
like people
well,
say.
definitely.
So you will not.
But
except along the line in your courtship, there's a solution. That's where you can go ahead.
See,
and like you said, if you love him, you want to look for solution.
If you love somebody, you will look for solution. We can say, okay, oh, you have this problem. Let's see if we can solve it.
Yes.
Because it might be the difference between our having children, if we want children, or not having it, or the difference between us. See, sex is a valid need, like food. We can't keep pretending it is not. Sex is a very valid need. If people need sex, the only thing I would say is, do not be illegal about it. Do not have sex that is not consensual. Do not be careless. Do not break the law in having sex. But is sex a legitimate need, like me needing food in this body that I was created with, that we were all created with? Hell yeah, it is. So, have you subscribed to our channel yet? You're not asking these people if they've subscribed. Are you sure?
Please subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button. Like, comment. We need your feedback. And if you think you have any topic you want us to talk about, we're all for it. Thank you.
So until next episode on Sex Talk, from me and
Stella Maris Naji.
Big Cat and Heartbeat.
Yes.
Saying, see you next time.
Take care.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about
everything and the bad thing that may be. Let's talk about sex.
Yep.